Head coach Tim Corbin.
How good was it to finally get the series win after losing 3 straight series to them?
I mean, I don't think that way. I mean, it's about this year. The past is the past. Your past is your past. Our past is our past. That has nothing to do with what's going on right now. We just won a big game. So bottom line is we won a big game, and that's all that matters.
You went with Ethan yesterday, and you go back to him today in the 8th. Where do you feel like he's at, and where is the trust in your mind to put him in situations like that and then have him produce the way he did?
I think it's the mental, just composure, the poise, his ability to get on the mound, throw strikes, land his breaking ball, get ahead in the count. I just thought he was terribly poised, especially in that particular situation. It's a tough team to put away at home, and I thought he just, from probably a couple weeks ago to right now, he's made a lot of strides. He's directional to the plate, and as I said, he's throwing his pitches for strikes.
He said he texted you that he wanted to get back out there tonight.
Yeah, I talked to him last night in the elevator, and I knew he did. Yeah, he did. We talked last night, and yeah, he's a cool kid. I'm happy for him. A lot of times this kind of comes full circle. You start the season with so many hopes and so many thoughts, and it never goes in the manner that you sometimes think it's going to. But I like the direction that he's moving in.
Once Ethan loaded the bases, did you consider at all going to another pitcher? And then what did you see from him in that final at bat there?
I did not. Brownie asked me, and I said no. He's the guy. We're going to win it, lose it, he's going to do it. And I just felt like he was the most composed. I don't think you bring anyone else out there in that moment right there. That's his situation and his fight, and he's got to finish it.
How important were Barzy's home runs and then Mancini's there late to give a big cushion?
Yeah, particularly with 2 strikes and going the other way. So they were both hit really, really well. In the 1 inning, Holcomb set him up with a 2-strike triple. But then you look at Bastine, he'd sit an hour and a half and wait on a left-handed pitcher that he knew he was going to get. So there's a lot of thoughts that go through your brain. My thought goes back to 2015 in the College World Series when Xander Wheel had to wait 24 hours to hit the next day, and that's kind of how I felt about Bastine. Bastine put a good swing on it. I think that was kind of that gave us some momentum, and certainly Mancini's there at the end going down the line.
Rigdon's play was a game, not game-saving, but run-saving play. Have you seen a better play than that with how hard the ball was hit?
No, it was good. It was a great play. I think he wanted the ball too. After the first ball that he misplayed, I felt like he just wanted the baseball again.
After the first inning, looked like you guys had a little meeting in the dugout. What was the message? Just stay composed and not let the emotions get the best of you. And
yeah, I didn't call that. That was player-led. I was happy. I think our players responded really well. You talked about boys, and you got 2 really good teams that are real emotional towards one another, and that's okay. When it's over, everyone can take a deep breath. But I thought I'm really proud of our team. I thought they did a good job of just sticking to the game and playing baseball. You can't win baseball games by getting too emotional or too mad. That doesn't do anything for you.
What happened with Jacob Humphrey?
He just didn't feel well. He was dizzy when he went back out there after his at bat. I think he struck out, and then we pulled him right out. Yeah, he was just dizzy, so we pulled him out. Precautionary. We could have put him back into the game after we pulled him out because of the concussion rule, but we didn't. We just kept him there and just thought it was best that he rest.
What kind of happened there at the end there?
I don't know. I didn't know what happened really until I was in the middle of it, but it was just, it's 2 emotional teams. That's all. Played hard. That boys will be boys. That's really all it is.
Hey, I saw you talking to Tony, I guess.
Yeah, I talked to Tony throughout the series. He was very cordial, and I appreciate that. Both teams going at one another, so you see it. It's a tough conference.
What'd you do during the delay to stay focused?
I sat right there, and I told Maggie to get home, and I called her a couple times to make sure she was safe. And no, I was just it was cool to hang out with the boys. It is. In that situation right there, we had a little bit of a lead, so it was good just to sit there and relax a little bit.
You feel like this team grew a good bit today, particularly with the delay
I told
too?
him I thought we grew 10 years after that game. You hit it right on the head. That's exactly what I told him. I said, you grew 10 years today in that game. That win or lose, that game's going to do something for you later on. I don't know if we've responded in that manner in quite some time, and I think you guys have seen that and you know it. This was a different personality today that I was interested in seeing, and I appreciate it.
In a game 3 where you have to rely on your bullpen to get a lot of outs, how good was it to see some people who maybe haven't contributed as much who got key outs today?
They did. I mean, England is a freshman. Goff got out of that one particular inning. Miller Green got the 0, which is all that really matters. We threw 7 guys. So, yeah, it was definitely a team contribution in terms of pitching concerned. Fennel, his innings were longer in nature. There was 71 pitches, so it was just one of those things where we didn't really run the time of possession in those first 3 innings. They did, and it just felt like we just needed to change it up a little bit. I know he wasn't happy because he loves to pitch, but at the same time, it was best for the team.
Good time for one more. All good?
Good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
gang.